Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. I came across an old notebook this morning that I had started to do automatic writing. And I hadn't done it since, it's been like almost a month and a half. It's been a while. I really didn't ever do that much. But I thought to myself, you know what? It's out on the desk. I'll try at it again, or not try, because automatic writing is like something that like you're not actually trying to do. Like how I've been doing it or did do it was I wrote down a question, and then as like things just come into my mind, I write them down. Like I don't question them, I don't evaluate, I don't try to put it into proper grammatical structure, any of that shit. Like I just write it down. So the question that I wrote down this morning is, why all the disappointment in romantic love? So that should tell you that like within 24 hours, any possibility of anything in my world can be crushed and stompled and lit ablaze like the Amazon is right now. But that's okay, right? That's okay. So anyways, I just sat down with my paper. Why all the disappointment in romantic love? And here's the thing about automatic writing. Sometimes, most times, whatever comes out is actually a little bit surprising or different, because I kind of had my doubts about automatic writing. Like I was like, I'll just start spitting out like all of my cliche things that I know or that I've been told or that I heard. But for me, the way I do it is I just quiet my mind and close my eyes and breathe. And then a sentence, whatever sentence like thought comes in, I just put it on paper and don't think much about it. So should I read it for you? And then maybe I'll read it for you so you can kind of get an idea of like what comes out. It doesn't always make 100% sense, but I might just read it for myself to hear it out loud, and then we'll do a law of the universe, and then we'll pull some soul flower cards from the Plant Spirit Oracle deck, the Soul Flower Plant Spirit Oracle deck, because flowers hold us. Nature holds us. Seriously, I don't even know how many ups and downs my life has had over the past few months, and I'm so thankful. Thank you to the flowers, to my cards, to the Course in Miracles that literally saves my ass on the daily, just reminding me with my daily lessons with the Course in Miracles, like that, everything around us is just illusions. And when we get into this worshiping of idols outside ourselves, of life, of the world, of what we think love should look like, it really takes us away from that true peace and heaven that we could be attaining inside ourselves. So the lessons in the Course in Miracles have been relevant, synchronistic, and just so important for me lately. I know that course is not going to be for everybody. Like when I read it in the way that it is written, I think I would love to tell more people about you, but I just don't think most people can handle this book. Do you know? But then again, I wouldn't have guessed I would have liked it either. And so anyways, Course in Miracles, if you're feeling open-minded, apparently you can rewrite your mind in 365 days. And I'm on day 227, and it's changed me again and again and again, and really, helping. So anyways, I'm not affiliated with the freaking Course of Miracles, but if something changes your life that much, you should at least mention it now and then. So my automatic writing, why all the disappointment in romantic love? So yeah, that totally gives you the update from yesterday. Just total disappointments left and right for old Sadie Marie. But you know what? There's a reason. There's a rhyme and reason for it, I'm sure. So I wrote down why all the disappointment in romantic love. I took a few deep breaths. I closed my eyes. And these are the thoughts that trickled in. Kindness precedes compassion. Knowingness leads to awareness. True hearts find each other. Knowing love is one. You can have love with anyone, anytime, any place, any now moment. Charges against humanity. Mind manipulates space. Matter follows energy. Kindness creates compassion. Liquefy love. Flow it all around. Mastery over emotion. Mindset prerequisite. Entertaining true love. Appreciation releases attachment. Merriment motivates matters of the heart. Find joy, find love. Find forever in this now moment. Find compassion and joy in kindness and service. Helping others help themselves. Time will tell for the all untold to reveal. So it's always interesting when I do that because I'm like, am I just like spitting out every cliche thing I've ever heard? But like, I never heard some of these things. And I think the thing that I'm going to take with me today is appreciation releases attachment. So if I can just appreciate everyone, everything, like in the moment, that will help release me from any attachment that I might have of expected outcome, of, just that could help release attachments, which attachments are also fantasies, ideals. Like nothing is ever going to look the way you think it's going to look. Appreciation releases attachment. And it is certainly like a state I would like to attain, it's like that detachment that's kind, it's not that I'm being a jerk and I don't care about anything, but I really am detached from pretty much everything. So appreciation releases attachment. That was kind of cool. All the other stuff was pretty interesting. It doesn't come through like in any type of paragraph form. It comes in only like one sentence at a time. And I think that's because that's all I can handle. That's all the faster I can think. That's all the faster I can write. and then I don't have to think too much about it if it just comes in little chunks like that. So that's my example of automatic writing that I just did. But appreciation releases attachment. So it's just so interesting that we do really get caught up, and if we are judging other people, then it takes us away from enjoying that moment with them. So I think that's kind of the lesson that I am being given when it comes to like my disappointments in romantic love. It's like, they are a bunch of idiots. But it's your judgment actually that creates the disappointment, not them. All right. Well, on that note, let's move on to our law of the universe. Everything seems intense, not intense to me today, but like a lot. The law of the universe maybe it's just the name of it. It's number 44, the law of inverse proportions. And then in parentheses, it says longevity. So the law of inverse proportions, maybe it just sounds like something like, oh, okay, great. Okay, great. Today's law of the universe is sponsored by Over Your Head. All right. So yesterday, it was not over our heads. We got yesterday's law, the law of intuition. Yesterday, my notes say our intuition becomes more profound when we claim our own sacred identity. So that was yesterday, a good reminder to stop depending on others' opinions for your sense of identity or worth. And it is time to value and trust your own intuition. So that was cool. Now today it's all about longevity. And I think it really is actually about living a long time. Oh God. All right. So is this really a law of the universe? We'll find out, because there's 105 of these. We're on 44. And some of them we do kind of question, like, is that really a law, or are you just making stuff up? But let's check it out. All right, the law of inverse proportions. Do you want to live a long time? This one might help. Let's see, because I see a lot of words, respirations and minute and breathing. And all right, let's just read it, shall we? I hope you're not in a hurry today. Oh my God, not with me. All right. Number 44, the law of inverse proportions. One need not die if the pranic life force is not lost but increased and drawn from the cosmic source, conquering death and fate. All right. Like, just ironically, side note, like I have not, I don't have anything in my life right now that says I want to live forever. Like, so maybe this one's not even going to interest me. Like, please tell me there's an end to it. All right, let's see. The span of life is related to the rate of breathing. If the span of life is 120 years and the normal person breathed 21,600 times per day, that is 15 respirations per minute. If the rate of breathing is 18 per minute, however, the span of life will be about 96 years. If, because of poor living habits and needless expenditure of energy, the average rate of breathing is 30 per minute, the lifespan will be only 60 years. This is like math class, good Lord. If the rate is slowed through yogic practices and self-control to an average of only 5 respirations per minute, the lifespan will be 360 years. If it is 1 per minute, the lifespan will increase to 1,800 years. If the rate of breathing is reduced to 0, the lifespan becomes infinity. I'm trying not to laugh. The secret of longevity lies in the technique of diverting the breathing to the subtle channels and centers. I don't know. You guys, are we going to be able to get behind this one? I mean, in a way, it totally makes sense. Like, with, like people, we're all stressed out, we're shallow breathing, right? We're just breathing a lot, too many times per minute, and that is decreasing our longevity. I don't know. Do you even notice how much you breathe? Interesting. So there it is. I'm not rereading it again. The law of inverse proportions. So it's inverse proportions. That's why it sounded scary. It was so mathy. It was so math today. But it basically is, if you can get your respirations down per minute, you will extend your lifespan. If the rate of breathing is reduced to 0, the lifespan becomes infinity. Well, there you go. For everyone who wants to live forever, there you go. The secret of longevity lies in the technique of diverting the breathing to the subtle channels and centers. If you can just get it down, you guys, come on, pare down. Keep practicing your yogic practices and your self-control, and pare it down to just 1 respiration per minute. You can live 1,800 years. You can have 1,800 years of this romantic bullshit. So anyways, before law number 44 takes me by the hand and leads me to the yogic center for breathing, or not breathing, I guess, you're gonna have to convince me of reasons that I would want to live forever. But I kind of do have one reason. I mean, earth, the plants, herbs. I mean, you can't even say your family, because nobody in your family is gonna do this shit. So I mean, your family is going to drop off after about 60 to 90 years, and then it's just going to be you sitting in your garden having 1 respiration per minute. But all right, there it is, you guys. Every day we do a law. We're doing 105 of them. That was the law of inverse proportions. So, but it is kind of interesting. I do love breathing techniques, and I do love the idea of breathing more efficiently, or less, I guess. Maybe less is more. Making your breaths count. I mean, I'm not being a total cynic. I'm just grumpy. But that is an extreme law. That's an extreme law. It really is. So, most people, if they were noticed that they weren't having that many respirations per minute, or they would freak out that they weren't breathing. So yeah, I would love an elaboration on this law, how that really actually works. I mean, you would really want to make your respiration count, I guess. But yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things that in a lot of ways we've probably been taught all wrong, or not taught at all about breathing and the benefits of breathing. I mean, I know when I start to take really deep breaths, it's I get dizzy. It's wow, a rush, a high, having more oxygen into your body. But what's up with this one breath, this one respiration, or even 5 respirations per minute? That seems more doable to me. So maybe I just want to live 360 years. I'll pare it down to 5 respirations per minute, which really, I guess, sure, we could do that. All right, on that note, let's get some soul flowers and get the hell out of here. I have to call the doctor's office today and get an appointment for my daughter ASAP, because her lips are still having this swelling that's coming and going, and we need to figure out if there's a food allergy or what the hell's going on. So I'm a little disheartened by life in general today. So I'm excited to see what the soul flowers have. All right, here we go. Made a doctor's appointment tomorrow. Good. Got the soul flower plant spirit oracle deck by Lisa Esterbrook at mysoulflower.com. These are great cards. It's just the cards. I don't have the guidebook. I think she did eventually make a guidebook for them. But when I ordered them, it was just the cards. So that's what I've got. They are beautiful illustrations. Well, I think watercolor maybe. And they all have some beautiful emotional flower support and guidance for you to read at the bottom. So it's kind of fun to have a deck that's just like a standalone too. It's like, it tells you exactly what you want. And then, you have your own personal connections with the flowers as well. So yeah, let's just let's just bring it, flowers. Let's see. I don't know what I think about this law of longevity. I don't know. Outliving everyone. For real. Thousands of years. That would be interesting. All right, so let's see here. We're going to have a few flowers. I'm going to pull them all at once, I think. Maybe. So also on the topic today, disappointment, worry, stress, but appreciation releases attachment. Is that what I wrote in my book? That was so smart. All right, here we go. So far, all these cards have a turquoise blue back to them. Like some of the cards have lime, green, yellow. Like they're different variations of the backings of the cards. They're real pretty. Like an aqua. This one's like a deeper turquoise. So let's pull one more card, I think. I guess I'm ready for a surprise. I don't want to see them until I've got them all. All right, here we go. Oh, no, we're going to pull 1, 2, and 3 more cards. All right, so I'm like 1 more card or 3 more. So we have 6 cards. It goes 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. You'll be able to see a picture of these on my Instagram at Herb Oracle. So let's see what flowers are coming through. Like we all have our own like personal flower friends and our favorites that we like to smell, and maybe a few that you love to eat. Like I was just talking last night with said person of how delicious borage flowers are. Of course, I'll tell anybody that they are so stinking good. I just love having them grow in the garden. And we have to rearrange, like our beds are falling apart, and this one bed where the borage self-sows, like I need to make sure that I go get some seeds to dry and save for next year so that I can establish it somewhere else now that some of these beds are going to be taken down. And like I want it to still have space somewhere because it is my favorite flower to eat. For real. So, okay, all these are going to be flowers. Let's see what we've got. You know the theme in your life. I know the theme in mine. Like, the advice can be different, but certainly it's going to be relevant for everyone. The first card, and the way I confidently say that is because the first flower is rose with a message of joy. So we will read these a little bit deeper. Let's bring them all to the surface. But yeah, what did I write in the automatic writing thing? I have something about joy too. Hold on, it says find joy, find love. That's what I wrote this morning. So find joy, find love. Like we get so like stuck on the fact that like we don't have love, we don't have this, we don't have love, or we're not like experiencing it the way that we thought we would or expected to. And it's like the love is there. You just have to find the joy first. If you find the joy, you'll find the love. Like they go hand in hand. So that is sweet. That rose is right there. Then the next 2 cards we have chickweed. Chickweed with tolerance. And echinacea with consciousness. So that made me laugh because another thing that I wrote in my automatic writing today was, where was it? Oh, charges against humanity. That was one sentence that I wrote in my automatic writing today. And I think that really meant, like, you know, charges against humanity. Like, it is my judgment towards others. Like, when you find out someone has done something so stupid and wrong and illegal and dumb, you're like, dang, like, I really now have this weighted judgment, like, that I could place upon this person. But as soon as you do, then the joy dissipates, and there is no room for love with all that judgment. So it's like we have to have this extreme, amazing, divine, graceful tolerance in our life, and know that, as Echinacea says, consciousness, know that that's what we all are. We're all, I don't want to say just consciousnesses, but that's what we are. And then what our consciousness is inhabiting or enlivening this physical vessel, right? For us to expand our consciousness, to have an experience of being in form and animating a body and learning some lessons for our soul's growth. So it's like we have to have so much tolerance when it comes to other people while they're making their, I want to say mistakes. See, that's judgment. While they're having their experiences and learning their lessons. It's like you have to have tolerance for them where they are at in their life, right? And then once you can do that, then you can look for the joy, you can have the appreciation, release the attachment, and then you can enjoy the love. You can experience the love that you can have with anyone, any place, anytime, anywhere. All right, next flower. Ooh, this is so amazing. Stargazer Lily. And it has a message of surrender. And I know that we were not going to read them until the end, but I'm going to read this one now. It says, let me snap at my dog to just wait 20 more minutes before she chews on her bone. It says, Stargazer Lily is asking you to surrender to the unconditional love that the universe has flowing toward you. Let down the barriers surrounding your heart and surrender unloving thoughts about yourself to allow yourself to receive. You are always enough. So yeah, we pretty much are always looking for love outside of ourselves because we're not allowing it to flow within, and then we don't get it from without ourselves because that's not how we were designed. That's not what, that's not the best place to get it. So then we don't feel like we're enough, we don't feel worthy, blah blah blah. And Stargazer is just saying you need to surrender to the unconditional love that the universe is continuously, constantly, always flowing to you. But you've got these barriers around your heart, and you've got these unloving thoughts about yourself, and you just need to let them go, surrender them, bring down the barriers, and allow yourself to receive the unconditional love that the universe has flowing towards you. And then you will know in your heart of hearts that you are enough. Okay, our last two flowers is Milk Thistle with Forgiveness. Hello, my old friend. And Lady's Mantle, which has a message for us of nurturance. All right, so these are like really some amazingly beautiful cards. Such a beautiful garden laid out in front of me, even with the milk thistle, right? It's as if you're looking at this in the garden, right in the front row, you've got some echinacea and lady's mantle, right? With some rose over on the left in its own little space. In the middle, you've got these amazingly white and violet purple spotted stargazer lilies. And then in the back of the garden, where you don't even want to venture to weed out, you have this incredible milk thistle towering in the back with its purple, what would you call that? Blooms, like they look like a buzz cut hair sticking straight up. And of course there's some chickweed in the back growing low behind all things, not asking for any attention, just enjoying the shade. So we actually have like an incredible garden in front of us to appreciate and love and admire and to listen to. So that really is one of the best gifts that the natural world, the botanical kingdom, our flower friends give to us, is if we will quiet down and listen. They certainly have advice, they have space, and they have messages for us. And most of all, they have unconditional love to flow towards us. They are a beautiful part of the universe. So with that, our first message is from Rose with a message of joy. Rose is comforting and soothing, infusing your heart and soul with gratitude and joy, and helping you to stay centered and loving to yourself and others when it is needed most. Rose reminds you to be open to the sweetness of life and supports your personal growth, whatever the conditions surrounding you may be. So that is the perfect card, to start out when we're questioning our disappointments and our lessons and our experiences. It's like, hey, you can grow, you can be supported no matter what, but bottom line, you're going to have to open up your heart. You're going to have to open up to the sweetness of life and allow that energy to flow in, and then allow it to flow out of you too, so that you can be loving towards yourself and others. And of course, stay centered. Align with gratitude and joy. Infuse your heart. So very comforting and soothing message from Rose. And it's basically, you are surrounded with experiences and lessons and difficulties and disappointments, but you're also surrounded by unconditional love, and you're also surrounded by support from the divine. So there is a balance to all this, and it's kind of with our free will. It's up to us what we want to align with. Do we want to align with the ego's sense of separation and disappointment and judgment, or do we want to align with the divine energies, with our hearts, with our souls, with being supported and loved and guided and finding our way to joy, right? There's always a choice in every moment. You get to choose. All right, you get to choose. All right, next we have chickweed with tolerance. I love how big the chickweed flowers look on this card. When you have them beside each other, it's as big as the rose. It's as big as the echinacea. They're all proportionally big, but of course chickweed is just so tiny. You probably wouldn't even really acknowledge it. It's all about tolerance. Chickweed is tough and knows her power. She knows how to shine despite challenges and tough circumstances. When you need to make a difficult decision, chickweed will help strengthen your self-confidence and understanding, so you can tap into your own inner wisdom and grace. So you can tap into your own inner wisdom with grace and compassion. So that's awesome, because it's like when you do get disappointed in your life and your romantic connections, just like that, you really do need to feel your own 2 feet and know your strength, know your power, and access your self-confidence. And you do that with an understanding of the universe and how things work and who you are and where you came from and what your true connection is. And then you can tap into your own inner wisdom with grace and compassion, but you've got to know your own strength. You've got to know how to shine despite the challenges and the tough circumstances. Like, you'll get through this. You will. You will get through this. So yeah, she's just coming in to say, I'm here to help you in case you need to make any tough decisions. Here we are. So then we have echinacea directly under chickweed. And echinacea is about consciousness. Echinacea stimulates and awakens your consciousness, helping break up and release outdated personal stories, emotions, and attachments that are holding you back from positive growth and self-realization, and awakening awareness of your true self when you have forgotten or lost connection. So it's like, yeah, you think you just want like la 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 la, everything's beautiful and great all the time, but it's these challenges, it's these circumstances that's going to break up and release and give yourself the experience that you're actually looking for, right? Like, sometimes you have to be stimulated, you have to be shook to be woken, right? So if you were just relying on someone else to validate you, like, that's not you becoming a sovereign being that knows your own true sense of self and worth on your own without any help, you know? So a lot of times these structures, these relationships in our lives, they have to fall. They have to end. They have to be, you know, it's for your own good. It's for your own positive growth. So I love that it says that echinacea will help break up and release outdated personal stories, because we've talked a lot about that. Like, all right, like, if that story isn't serving you anymore or representing the who you are now, it's time to let it go. It's time to release it. But I also love that it says that it'll help break up emotions and attachments that are holding you back from positive growth and self-realization, because we've already been talking about how appreciation can release attachment. And Echinacea's like, yo, let me just get in there first and just bust it up. Let me just bust it up so that you really can let it go, because it's broken. You're welcome. Yeah, let me just break all this stuff that you've been clinging on to. And Echinacea's like, no need to thank me. You're welcome. So yeah, then it brings us back to our true self that we have forgotten. We've lost connection. We've really lost connection with our self-worth at times. So bam, bringing it back. All right, so we already read the Stargazer Lily out loud. It was asking us to surrender to the unconditional love that's always flowing towards you. So that's amazing. That's an amazing follow-up after Echinacea comes in and busts all your limiting beliefs that you've been holding on to like glue. It's like, it's okay. Don't worry about letting them go, because it's not like there's going to be this empty void. We're going to fill it with unconditional love as soon as you open up the valve, as soon as you tear down the wall, as soon as you just give it permission to come into you, it's there. So all the things that you've let go of, it's so sweet to see them. It's just like you're letting it go, and like this water is just flowing in and filling the space. That water is unconditional love from the universe. And then you're fuller of yourself than ever before. And I don't mean that in an arrogant way. I mean the real you, the true you, the one that is still connected to Source, God, all that is, then you are your you, the real you, the you. All right. So that is super sweet. Doesn't that make you feel good? Doesn't that make you feel like all of a sudden, like you're not just this deflated vessel? Kind of sit up a little taller, bring more love into your chest space, to your whole body. Feel it kind of trickle down your back. I mean, fill yourself up. Feel yourself get filled up with unconditional love. And yeah, like just feel it like it's this like, yeah, tingly water through every single part of your body now. So milk thistle, always keeping it real, coming in the back of the garden with a message of forgiveness. And milk thistle says to us, life has taught you to protect yourself, but sometimes you end up hurting yourself. Milk thistle helps you to let go through the power of forgiveness. All of the self-imposed restrictions and defensive armor that is making it hard for you to open and receive all the love and abundance the universe has flowing toward you. So it's like as you envision this tingly, fresh water, this unconditional love water flowing in your body, trying to fill every nook and cranny of you. It's like there's that one little bastard that's like that little negative belief system that's holding on, that doesn't want to flow out. Like the stuff that you're supposed to be releasing, it's like a piece of food stuck to the side of the bowl or the glass. And even though the water's like running in, it's just holding on for dear life. Like it just doesn't want to be let go. But milk thistle is like, oh no, we're going to let it go. And the magic solution, the magic soap to do that is forgiveness. That's what you're going to need to let go of the self-imposed restrictions. You're only going to be able to take down the walls around your heart and take off the defensive armor that is making it hard for you to open and receive. You're only going to be able to do that with forgiveness. You're keeping it on and you don't even know how to take it off sometimes. Like it's just there. But it's your practice of forgiveness that's going to help you open and receive all the love the universe has flowing towards you. And I love this as all the abundance too, right? Because when we're not feeling the love, we don't feel the abundance. We can't see it. We can't accept it. We can't allow it. So if you just open up your heart space, like all these flowers are encouraging us to do today, all the things that you've been wanting, love, joy, abundance, merriment, will come flowing into you. Your sense of belonging, your sense of purpose, your sense of fulfillment. Yeah, because we're just all walking around feeling incomplete a lot of the times, all of the times. And we need to fill ourselves with this beautiful love light water within. And the last card to just really make it feel so sweet is Lady's Mantle with a message of nurturance. And I love how orange she is in this picture. She matches the sunset color behind the echinacea. So she really does fit in here beautifully. Like being held in your mother's arms, Lady's Mantle brings feelings of gentle reassurance and joyful contentment to your mind, to your body, mind, and soul, especially during times of upheaval and change. And I'll just throw it in here, disappointment. Know that you are loved and fully supported in all ways. You have all the inner resources you need to be happy and whole. So we really are fully supported. I've heard, I think it's Bashar who always says, you are so fully supported that you are fully supported to feel unsupported and alone in this life. It's like you are so supported. Like if your ego wants to the experience of being alone, separated, unsupported, and disappointed, then the universe supports you so much that you can have that experience. It's like, oh shit, like I need to definitely clean up my vibration, right? And think about what I actually want to be experiencing, because I have all the resources to have that in my life. So if I want more love in my life, then I have all the resources within me to have more love, to have more happiness, to have more of a sense of being whole and not lacking anything. I lack for nothing, right? That beautiful, strong, and confident feeling, it's within you. And all the resources to have that are also within you. Everything is within you. So Lady's Mantle just holds us, just provides a space and the nurturing embrace for us to just feel that we are being held, right? This gentle reassurance, like life is cruel, but I'm holding you now and it's okay. So yeah, joyful contentment to your body, mind, and soul. Yeah, despite what's ever going on, right? Just like Chickweed said, like despite challenges and tough circumstances, you can shine. Despite times of upheaval and change, you can still have joyful contentment, right? You can still be in joy. You can still be in love. But you've got to forgive. You've got to open. You've got to surrender. And you've got to allow it all to happen. So yeah, just know that you are loved and fully supported in all ways. And yeah, you have the inner resources to be happy and whole. So it's like, come on, you guys. Come on, you guys. Quit looking outside of yourself for this stuff. You must look within now. The universe, my guides and teachers especially, are like, oh no, you must. Your higher self will no longer allow you to look outside of yourself for any of this. It is within you, and that's what you came here to learn, and that's what you're going to do. So that's what happens when you give it over to your higher will. Let spirit guide you every day for my best interest, for my highest good, for the highest good of others. It's not always going to be easy, but it is necessary. So yeah, keep on having that tolerance to expand the consciousness. Keep on having that strength to go within, to open up, to do your work, and keep on having that beautiful determination to open yourself more and more, and just know that you are held in the most beautiful divine space to do that. Yeah, so these soul flowers did just that. They spoke to our souls right now. They really did just give us a message of maybe what we were needing to hear today, to just continue on our journey and continue on this quest for love. But it's not going to be outside of you. It's not. It's within you. So just so many good advices today to really release our attachments, to release our things that are holding us back. Like really, we just want to be a vessel for love at this point. A vessel for love, light, and herbs, right? It can be that simple. It really can. So much love to rose, to chickweed, to echinacea, to stargazer, lily, milk thistle, and lady's mantle. I appreciate your messages so much of nurturance and forgiveness and surrender and tolerance and consciousness and joy. I don't know about you, but this was exactly what I needed today.